Welcome to another video on my robotic arm and pneumatic hand. Last time I tried to solve a pivoting problem, and that problem was caused by this motor because after relocation from this position, where it did function pretty badly, I put them here, and despite some half okay results, this way it proves to be rather flexible, which isn't really good. And I also found that whenever the motor was working, it became very hot. I don't know why. I will try to find out during this episode. Another problem is that with this gear, it's causing a little bit of a problem. Right till here it works fine, and then I have to actually push it to the sensor, and then it goes back, and I have to push it to the sensor here below as well. And both are not desirable. Also, it's noticeable that the compressor, which is there, slows down. So what I intended to do, or the plan that I got last time, is to actually use this power controller. It has two ways and a neutral, and I can control the power, of course. However, when I use that, I can't control it by software, and that is what I want to do. So I found another solution, but first let's see how this whole situation actually works at the moment. And for that I'll start the software. So it pivots, and you can actually see that the motor here turns quite a lot, and the high pitching gear, or the high pitching, is from this motor here. So if I take a small screwdriver and I put it here, at least I hope that that works, and then it goes down. I hope you can see that here, and here it stops again, and I have to push it down. The pitching stops. So you can see quite well that this is not the right solution. And when I then also start the compressor, things get from bad to worse. So first thing I want to do is solve this power problem. Right now it's not that hot yet, but this setup isn't very good either. So I stop the program, and two things to fix. First I'll try to fix this setup, and then I'll go to the power. So I finally managed to get this one out, pushing it aside with this, and now I'll try to shift it back in, but in a lane exactly adjusted to this, and this way it looks better. So I shift this one in, and then it is the intention to put it like this. And then I have to refit a wire. Not for the first time, and probably not for the last either. So with this set, it is a bit less flexible, but and I hope this will work out. So let's try again. And as you can see, I have to manually assist in one way. So apparently in one direction the motor isn't quite as strong. And now what will happen if I do it like this? And it may be caused by the weight, so that I need another type of motor. And this is of course no good at all. And there's another problem, because this gearbox, which is attached to the motor, can shift, so that may be a problem as well. So let me stop the program, and that may be another problem I didn't think of. By the forces that are applied, this gearbox, and I'll show you another one not being used now. So this is shifted on the torque of the motor, can shift aside, as you can see, and that maybe another cause I have to consider. When the force of the torque or the pivot is causing it to shift to that side. So let's just start again. Hold the motor. But motor power is also a problem, and therefore let me apply the power solution I had in mind. When looking at the controller, and more specifically first the motors, you can see that the compressor motor is connected to the interface right here. Then there are 3 more motors. 2 motors for the gear, for the up and down movement of the arm. That is this connection, which is on the extension. Then this one is for the pivot motor. This one is actually not 1 motor but 2, because for the gears that drive the up and down movement of the arm, I need 2 motors and they need to be exactly synchronized, so it's best to put them both on this one, or on one connection, which is this one. Then the point is the power. Right now it is powered by this cable, which comes directly from the interface. It also has a ground cable, but it all comes from this power cable. And that is one 9 volt. One cable of 9 volts. So when I take this one away and put another 9 volt cable in it, what will happen then? So I take this out, leave the ground cable and put another 9 volts in. And that should actually do the trick. You see the extension module is being activated by this flat cable coming from the interface. This I will for now just let be, because it's still not proven that everything will work now. So let's return to the other side again and see what happens. So now this is powered directly from the robot interface. Let's see. Starting the program. with a very little manual aid, but the high winding still comes from this motor. But in this case, let's see if it works. I have to press it and then it comes up. Once again, winding. Let's press it a bit further. And there we have it again. As you can hear, the gearbox has come loose. So that is the problem. So let me stop the program. Shift it back into the pivot gear and run it again. So that is a problem which I need to solve, and right now it runs fine, but let me also check the pneumatics on the hand. So let me just, there goes the compressor, as you can hear it. So now basically everything runs, and I'm touching the lowest finger. Does it work anyway? Yes, it does. Does the upper finger, the thumb, work? I'm holding it, and there. And as you can hear, the gearbox once again shifted out. I have to correct it. So this turns out to be not a solution in the end. And I probably should use this motor because of the sheer weight of the arm. But how to apply it, I'm not sure yet. So that counts for another mystery and another problem to solve. In order to solve this motoric problem, I considered two options. One is, as I already showed, a motor like this, a power motor. This could be mounted like this. However, as you can see, this part will weaken, or removing. Let me show that. It would be put here, but then it collides with this part, and if I remove this, it will weaken the construction a bit, so I'd rather not do that. Another option would be placing it like this, and with another kind of gear added with a cardon joint like this. It is an option, although this cardan joint is rather weak. It's not for this heavy stuff intended. So with these options more or less out of the way, and by the way, if I would do it like this, not only this would be in the way, but I would have to find a way to let it stop, and that would require a number of switches, etc. and some reconstruction. And another reasoning is that would I fix it to the plate or would I fix it to the arm? If I move to fix it to the plate, it gets jammed here. If I fix it to the base of the arm, the question is how to fix it, because this is the only way I can fix it to something, and that is a complete addition of material here, which I don't have at the moment. So with those thoughts, I think for now I will stay at this way of pivoting. It's not ideal, but for now I'll have to do with it. And as far as the movement goes, with the fingers, early on I had a little problem by getting this finger to do correctly. I checked within Robot Pro, and electrically there's nothing wrong. Pneumatically there's nothing wrong. So why does it? So the only reason that I think it won't respond is the same thing. All the motors and all the sensors are waiting for each other, and you have to hold it long enough to let it work, to let any sensor work. So that's the downside of this construction. I might change the algorithm to fix it, but I really have to look into that too. So for now this is it. Thank you for watching, and certainly to be continued.